What did we leave off last time? I think I just did. Yeah, I just did Surge's Gym. Let me check my volume real quick. Welcome, Cam. Welcome to the stream, brother. Nice to see you again. I think the volume sounds good to me. How you been? You just got the Xbox One? I don't think I've ever played the Xbox One because when the PS4 came out, I just went all in on PlayStation back then. I did shave. I actually did it right before stream. It was so hot today, I had to. I was assembling furniture and disassembling furniture. It was brutal. Luckily, it's not 100 in here anymore. You know, heat wave has passed. Thank you, thank you. I felt like the spirit of my grandmother watching over me. She used to get so mad whenever I wouldn't shave. But vacation's over, so I'm no longer on island time. Alright. So, Mothman still has a commanding level lead over Neo. Unfortunately, we're going to the water gym next, and he probably isn't going to see a lot of usage. But, your dog says hi. What was your dog? Oh, hold on. I'm trying to remember your pup's name. I know she's a Chippin. I know you told me last time. I can't remember now. I'll name one of my Pokemon after your dog. If I get another dog, that is. That's so funny. I just remembered right after I hopped off stream last time, I was like, I'm about to get bombed with an obscene amount of text. So I can use Fly now. Dixie. Yeah. When I catch another dog, maybe if I find a Houndour kind of fits like the black aesthetic of your pup. Welcome to anyone else who's just checking out the stream. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. It helps out a ton. Helps visibility. All right, where are we going? I gotta change the text speed. Hold up. No one's choosing slow. Wait, you can have no text? When did I start the stream? I started like, I don't know, like 2 minutes ago. Yeah, 3 minutes ago. I was like, wait a minute, there's a timer in the corner of my computer. Yeah, so I figured start with Pokemon Crystal Clear today because, that way, I gotta battle this person. That way I can be kind of like fresh and high energy. And I won't be giga burnt out from like 20 games of Pokemon Champions. Plain White Tees is actually one of like the first concerts I went to as a kid. It wasn't like the first one I went to, but it was like the first one I went to alone. We went to go see, I was playing, this is so funny, this is so like, this is gonna like define the era of music and like my, I think it was freshman year in high school, but it was Plain White Tees and Fall Out Boy. And that shit went so hard. Also, really wild, Papa Roach opened, which is like a giga 90s band, and Papa Roach fucking killed it. That guy went so hard. Like, he was, like, crowd surfing. We were at the Lowell Auditorium in Lowell, Massachusetts. So it's like a big hockey rink. And this dude was, like, walking around the edges of, like, the barriers and stuff and, like, really popping off the whole concert. He stole the show, to be honest. But Papa Roach opening for them was kind of interesting. Plain White Tees was also an opener. Back then, they only had, like, Hey There, Delilah as far as songs. I to this day, that's still the only song by them that I'm familiar with, but I'm sure there's more. I'm confused. Hopefully I hit through here. Nope. Cool. Confused no more. I'm drinking out of my big ol', I don't know, mason jar, the old moonshine jar. I do too. I like the blue effect on it. Like, it really does complement the pink. Back in, like, Halo 3, Halo 4 era, that was always the color of my emblem and shit. It was always, like, pink with a teal offset color. I don't know if that Jigglypuff is, to be honest. I'm gonna look it up right now. It looks good. Like, almost too good. Hold on. The sprite gallery's at the bottom. Yeah, it is the crystal sprite. Yeah. Crystal's just the GOAT. Problem is, Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff are just so terrible. Like, I genuinely cannot, like, find a real reasonable use for that Pokemon in VGC. And Wigglytuff is such a cool typing, being immune to both Dragon and Ghost types. Who are these dudes? These are not OGs, I don't think. Where's the beard? I got rid of it. Well, I think I spoke about this before. I do a lot of hazardous material work for work. So, like, in the event of an emergency, I kind of need to be shaved. So, safety's back on the table at work again. The Jigglypuff will draw on your face. That was, like, early anime, wasn't it? Fampia's mega low special defense. This Confusion's gonna do numbers. Yeah, the beard's gone. I'm back to being a baby face again. It definitely helps when it's like 100 degrees here every other day. This Fampia actually is... Oh, that did KO. That must have been a really low roll then. Oh, you're telling me that we were talking about that at the end of stream. We're talking about wrestling names that you'd take. That is if you were a luchador. This guy's sprite is so weird. He's very... Like they turned down the saturation. Not like he's dark, but like... In Mega Man Legends, an old PlayStation 1 game, they have this weird karma system, and whenever you're evil, you end up looking like this, like, very, like, muted version of Mega Man. Kind of looks like that. El Gringo Blanco. What was the other one? Oh, El Borracho Blanco, which means the white drunkard. I swear to God, I thought that meant ghost, and that only leads me to believe that my Spanish buddy was fucking with me. We used to work together in a warehouse, and he would draw on all, like, the pallets. So, he'd write on whatever they were, but, like, then he'd do these big caricatures. A lot of really foul SpongeBob artworks. Oh, we can just go straight through to Saffron. The problem is with, like, the way that Kanto's designed, like, I kind of started where the high-level Pokemon are. So, like, I hope the wild Pokemon scale to me. I'm gonna go right to the gym, not the gym. So we're going to the gym first. Can I just take this? Uh oh. Does he not give me anything? Oh, I forgot! The story changes because this is Crystal, not Gen 1. I keep forgetting that it's Gen 1 and not, or Gen 2, not Gen 1, because we started on Cinnabar Island. Oh, wait, I just did this teleportation sequence. I'm gonna see if I can remember it. This spinner's going crazy. What the fuck? I think it's top left I want to go to. I got cooked. I probably should have, like, dipped my toe in the water and checked out the levels here. Oh, they're pretty low. And, Leech Life is super effective here, so... the bug types are going crazy. Mr. Mime being a fully evolved Pokemon here makes him very strong. This is going to do a ton, actually. Oh, not really. I think Leech Life is going to carry me a lot. El Green. You're going with El Gringo Blanco? I don't even know what colloquially gringo means. It might be not good. Oh, nah, it's just an American. That's funny. That's not bad. Because I always saw it as like a term of endearment, but that doesn't mean it isn't hate speech. As we've learned from past events. Oh, this is mega super effective here. Grass Psychic. It's the main reason why, what was that? Paradox Pokemon. Iron Leaves, I think it was. Yeah. Iron Leaves. The main reason that that Pokemon is like just like absolutely unusable is the fact that if you get hit by a single U-turn, it's dead. Dude, I just came into this gym. I'm giving every Pokemon the suck. And we're gonna go right to the gym leader. And one-shot it. That is if I don't run out of PP again. I'm curious to see the Pokemon she has, because in Generation 1 and 2, you know, it's Kadabra, Abra, and Alakazam. Or Abracadabra, Alakazam, whatever. Which just isn't good. Her whole team has one glaring weakness. That is not right. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Ha! I knew. That's so funny. I was like, I know if I'm in the top left corner, I know which one to go to. She knew I was coming. Bro. I feel like if you don't goon to Sabrina, you're lying. Espeon. Espeon's very strong. Let's hope Leech Life just carries me through. I feel like she had a whip. And she didn't have a whip there. This Psychic's gonna blow me up. I don't think we're making out of the hood on this one. Yeah. Getting two-shot is not good. And she probably has, like, what, 4 Pokemon? So the one-shot isn't on the table. Oh. I guess Neo was fainted. Unfortunate. I did one-shot her, unfortunate, but we always got another shot. Also, I don't have to fight her. I could also just go right to Celadon. Which is what I think I'll do. Wait a minute. Is this game's? I did not beat her. She beat me mercilessly. When does the clock swap over in this game? Is it 6 p.m.? You know, I think 6 p.m. is when it flips over, because this is where Houndour is in Crystal. No encounter in that amount of time is insane. We'll come back at nighttime. That's where Houndour is, so. Oh, it's so cute. When you're running, that dude's eyes look so weird. They look like they're far apart. Where are we going? Let's go talk to my favorite NPC, the pervy old man. Wait, do we have double battles in this game? I mean, we're about to find out. As much as I'd love to train Neo here, that's my type of guy. At least he's honest with us, you know? Okay, only single battles. No VGC in Gen 2. Are Bellsprout poison too? I know the other evolutions are. Yeah, they are. Oh, one shot. I also... Wait. Is it does Mr. Psychic give you Psychic in this game? Gerald is Gerald is far superior to Gary. And we're about to prove it when I whoop his ass. Wait. I'm gonna go right to Viridian Gym and whoop his ass. I actually need to catch a grass type first, because I'll get... Wait, no. Blue in this game has a weird team, right? I would assume if it is a Romhack, they're not just going to give him, like, a basic team. I forgot it's not Giovanni's moves, team, excuse me. Joe and Zoe. We need XP. That's for certain. No! I fat-fingered that. Well, that's fortunate. Leech Life is going to do numbers here. I'm trying to... What's a good grass type that we could use here? Also, where do I get my TMs? Or HMs, excuse me. I don't want to look anything up, because I feel like that's not in good spirit. I can't remember if this Pokemon is dual type in this game or not. Clearly is. I'm so glad that didn't hit. Getting paralyzed is so annoying in this game. Or at least, like, previous to the paralysis nerf. Because after, what was it, Gen 5? They nerfed it so it's only 25% of the time you become fully paralyzed. And instead of quartering your speed, it halves your speed. I wish I could own the Mothman Magic the Gathering card, but it's like 40 bucks, and if I'm not using it, why am I gonna own it? Stall tactics? Well, this is good. At least I don't take any tick damage from the... leech seed, excuse me. I am, however, going to swap to Neo here. What a predict. It's almost like the AI knew what I was going to do. Alright. Now, this is like some VGC gaming right now. Except it's usually the final evolution, Jumpluff. There was a period of time in Generation 9 where Jumpluff was like absolutely popping the fuck off and on every team. But I really think it was just because of the YouTuber Joe UX9 popularizing it. This is brutal. So sleep also received some changes in later generations. So 5 turns of sleep is the maximum amount of sleep in this game. If the Fire Blast missed, I was probably just gonna end stream right there. I'm gonna go heal up. Wait, do I have any healing items on me? No, I really haven't gotten much. I feel like because I've just been beelining it around Kanto, I have like no resources. Wait. In here? I swear to God, this is where you got... leftovers. I could have sworn. Oh, here we go. That's huge. And I can't go on Cycling Road right now because I don't have a bicycle. I could run right up to the bike shop and probably get one. The game hasn't really given me any, like, story progression bullshit things to do, so I don't know where I'm supposed to find a lot of the items in this game. Like, are all the cut trees removed? I mean, obviously I have to get Surf. Is it in the... Yeah, wait. Are all the cut trees removed? Because this was Fly in Gen 1. Yeah. That's where you'd get it in Gen 1, though. That's funny. So there's like a little bit of a mashup between Gen 1 and Gen 2 here. So I would assume Mr. Psychic... Welcome back, Cam. So I would assume Mr. Psychic is still there, giving out... Ooh. Wait, I already have a fire type. I don't need another one. I always forget Slugma and Macargo were from this generation. Similarly, I always forget that Farfetch'd existed in Gen 1. And be it only from a trade, but... What a weird Pokemon. Only available via trade. I thought I battled that train already, but whatever. Yeah, only available via trade. And then, like, if you didn't get it via trade, I don't think you ran into a single trainer that had one. Like, genuinely, I don't think El Gringo Blanco versus Rey Mysterio? What's your finishing move? Because I feel like that's a necessity. You know what I mean? What's your ultimate? Because of the acoustics at my place of employment, it's really fun to like announce people like they're wrestlers. Just because the echo is really great. A cool neck breaker thing. The guillotine. Something like that. It's a one-hit KO. I'm just gonna keep Leech lifing through. Also, Leftovers is crazy. Am I really just maining Venomoth Mortal Kombat style? A little fatality? Or if you're really goated with the sauce, you could get the Babality in Mortal Kombat 9, where you did like a reverse input of your fatality and you'd get like some weird cursed animation. I went back to play Mortal Kombat 9 the other day with my buddy, and I've moved on to other fighting games. That was like the first fighting game I really like played, other than Smash Brothers, but like Smash Brothers doesn't really count because I didn't really play Smash Brothers till Smash Ultimate. Bear's the GOAT. But going back to play Mortal Kombat 9 after not playing it for like, I don't know, like 10 years, that game felt like it was underwater. It was crazy. It was so slow. And like, the games, like, it has combos, but they're not really combos. They're more just like these weird links. I don't know. We're like, the input reader is so jank too. But I was a filthy Johnny Cage main, so I can't complain. Let's see what leech life damage is doing to this Tangela. Getting put to sleep right off the rippy is so annoying. We're just whiffing status moves now. They need to add another Dark-type gym leader or Dark-type Elite Four member in Gen 10. I agree. I also want to see, like, I don't know. I don't want another Dragon-type Elite Four member. Also, I would like to see the gyms and the Elite Four in Generation 10 actually matter. Because in Generation 9, like, the gym challenges were terrible. The gym battles were super easy. The AI was, like, infantile in the way that it played. Like, just not good. A little girl was a Elite Four member, I believe. Don't quote me on that, though. I think she was an Elite Four member. I don't even remember. I heard some people liked the story. I did not like the story. I also was like of the firm belief that we are like at the point where like there should be voice acting in Pokemon games, right? You have voice actors from the anime that I'm sure the TPCI can fucking access. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be voice actors for them. And I watched, like, there was a fan project of like people voice acting over the game, and it sounded pretty good. Like, I don't know. I feel like they definitely dropped the ball. I was asleep for, what, 5 turns again? But yeah, I'm on the firm belief that they should have had voice acting in that game. And it had a lot of other performance issues, but, like, I could have looked past those had they done some level of, like, pushing, you know, the envelope when it comes to their storytelling and their games. But I'm not gonna hate on anyone who enjoyed it. I do like a lot of the character designs, but they're shutting down the PS3 store. Is that correct? Right, Cam? I would say, well, I also understand that I think the PS3 is pretty simple console to modify, so that maybe you could save your money and acquire the games, unless you're trying to support the creators, of course. I did not mean to do that. Sunny day? Am I about to get solar beamed? Seeing Sunny Day in Generation 2 is so weird. Also, seeing the Gen 2 screen blown up on my computer so much is so funky. No, I meant more like the devs, because, you know, obviously, if games are pirated, the devs don't get any money for it. So, like, when you look at, like, studios, like, small ones, say, producing games that maybe need the money a lot more than, you know, some of the big dogs, it's always nice to think about that before you just go ahead and snatch it offline. At least that's just me. Because when I like a game, I like to see more of that game. I like to see more of that game from those developers that made it. Good example, the game Fez. Fez is so good. That's one of those games that, like, Naughty Dog isn't small anymore. They were back in the Genesis years of the PlayStation 1. Gust is actually really good for this Pokemon. Naughty Dog, there was did a bunch of really funky things to optimize Crash Bandicoot that kind of revolutionized the console and 3D gaming on the platform. And what's really funny is the reason why Naughty Dog and Insomniac have this, like, symbiotic relationship is back in the day, Naughty Dog loaned, like, basically, like, their code out to Insomniac developers. And that, I believe, is how they were able to create Spyro, which, in my opinion, is, like, the GOAT of PlayStation 1 games. Confusion is just ripping through her team right now. Everything being grass poison in Generation 2 is not good. There wasn't a lot of, like, dual type variety back in the day. I'll say they had Uncharted, The Last of Us, which is now what they're probably best known for. They also did Jak and Daxter, which is one of my favorite games of all time for the PlayStation 2. And they have just abandoned that franchise. And it's weird, a little lagginess. And I know, like, they have Synthesis too, that's so annoying. Well, we're gonna stall them out. I'm not the biggest fan of Naughty Dog's modern games, to be honest. Like, I understand the appeal of Uncharted, but I don't know. It's not an aesthetic that I care for. Always fully paralyzed. I know nothing of Nathan Drake, except for the fact that for the PlayStation 4, there was a really, really, really pretty, like, Uncharted PlayStation 4 controller that came out in this, like, really nice navy blue. It's a very classy looking color. Dead Island. That's a game I haven't heard of in a long time. My buddy actually recommended that we play it on stream at some point. Well, a co-stream type thing. Oh, no, not Dead Island. Left 4 Dead, excuse me. I know very little of Dead Island now that I'm looking at it. I remember when it came out, there was a couple games, like, during that era That looked so hype in the trailers, and then I just, like, never got. Nothing's worse than when you're trying to remember the name of, like, an old video game that you either played or you saw commercials for back in the day, because the reason why you can't remember is it probably wasn't one of the GOATs. But I know nothing of Dead Island. I feel like I saw it on like a Games Done Quick stream at some point, though. My memory is trying to tell me that it's sort of like Mercenaries, but zombies. Oh yeah, we got the classic Pokemon League call. Tell me what I can do now. There was a game based off the movie World War X. What was World War X? Was that another zombie? Because I remember... What was it? There was like a Brad Pitt zombie movie where it was like... Something Z. Daisy. No, it wasn't Daisy. Daisy's a video game. So I did read a little bit of what that person said on the telephone. And I should be able to buy a lot of dope TMs here. I don't think this is the TM floor, though. We need to get some balls, though, so we can add another member to the team. Oh, we got Ultra Balls now. I still don't have that much money. I'll take 5. It was World War Z. I was close. That movie's really weird, and it's one of those ones, too, where it's like... There's a lot of huge plot holes in that. Headbutt, Curse, Rock Smash, Hidden Power, Sunny Day, Sweet Scent, Protect, Rain Dance, Turn, Ice Punch is good. My Pokemon can't learn any of these moves, though. Wait. What's set 2? Swagger, I forgot this was a Generation 1. Sludge Bomb. Swift is also good. Because it's 60 base power, never misses. I don't need any more of these. Alright, if Venomoth can learn the Sludge Bomb, we're balling. Is that your prediction that the Carolina Panthers will make it to the Super Bowl playoffs this year and face the Patriots? You think so? The Patriots were very much unimpressive this year. Do I really just go... Ooh! Don't want that. Poison Powder. A man can dream, you know? Alright, I'm gonna use this. No! What did I forget? That's okay. Can Venomoth fly? No. So we need to go find a Pidgey. That's for certain. And that way we can go home to our house on Cinnabar Island. We'll probably go 10-7. Just ever so slightly a losing record with the 8-9. It's still not nighttime. What the... Alright, I'm guessing it flips over at 6 p.m. So I'm just gonna wait 1 minute and see what happens. Because the clock is synced to my computer. What's really funny, though, is because when the Patriots do poorly, my life gets a little bit easier. Because then I don't have to figure out how I'm going to watch them. Because, God forbid, I pay for any type of cable service. Did I not swap? Oh, it just did it! Alright. We can find Houndour here. We should be able to. This is where he originally was found in Generation 2. Still, oh, I'm paralyzed. I'm gonna swap to Arcanine. Beautiful timing. I just bought Swift too. You want? Oh wait, I forgot that's your favorite. I'm getting Meowth. I'm also getting Murkrow too for Fly. I'll do like a very. Ooh. I do kind of have a bad guy team. I will name Meowth after you, Cam. I got you, brother. So I do kind of have a bad guy team. I like it actually. I'll have Murkrow, Arcanine, Venomoth, Persian. I want to get a Houndour too, to be honest. Pursuit used to be so good. Oh, if I crit the Murkrow, that would be sad. Ooh, don't want to do that. All right. Fuck, we'll try a Pokeball. We'll save our Ultra Balls. Nope. I swear you can get Houndour here. Really? I'm throwing an Ultra Ball. I don't give a fuck. I got no patience for this, and now I have to listen to the low HP jingle. Really? Does Murkrow have some kind of dog shit catch rate? Like, what? Since I mostly play PlayStation games, I hate how Xbox games are switched in the case. How so? You mean like it's on like the opposite side? One thing I hate is Switch games, for some reason, on their spines, like, aren't all identical. Hold on, let me see if I have any on my shelf. No, I don't have any that fit that bill. But they are, like, really weird. Like, they don't line up well. I don't have them any on this shelf. I have some downstairs, but I'm not going to run and go get them right now. Murkrow, the darkness! So... If anyone knows anything about Dave Chappelle and the darkness, then they're gonna know about Murkrow's nickname making sense. There we go, Houndour too. I might get messed up here, but let's see. He will be resisting this. But it is like 130 base power. Really? Too much power from the boy. So now I have a Pokemon for Fly, so that's huge. I'll be able to scoot around the map much quicker. I mean, if it KOs, it's free XP, and if it doesn't, it teleports away. I know EVs kind of exist in this game, right? IVs exist in the form of DVs. No crit this time would be really cool. So, crit Fire Blast just barely KO'd. Do I need a link cable if I got a Game Boy Color? Well, you would need 2 Game Boy Colors. If you wanted to do anything with that link cable. Or you'd have to know someone who had one. Oop. Let's hope on the Ultra Ball. Like years ago, I completed the Pokedex in Pokemon Crystal. And that requires you to own, like, a bajillion Pokemon games. It's a pain, but that was the only reason why I had a link cable for the Game Boy Color. I did not know that you could use your Game Boy Color as a remote. I'm naming... Oh, I can't name him Lola because it's a boy. Lola's my girl dog. Dixie would be gender bent pretty hard, though. That's okay. We still love Dixie. Your call, Cam, though. I don't wanna misrepresent your pupper. I like Houndour, though. Because it's a boy, we could just name him Dick. We could name him Dickie as a boy. That's a boy name, yeah. Nah, it's alright. I agree, I wouldn't care either. Alright. I think Venomoth can learn Shadow Ball. If I had unlimited resources, I would catch that other Houndour. Because of a Mission Impossible game? Because of Tom Cruise, you're saying? So what you're saying is butterfly effect. Tom Cruise made Mission Impossible, and because of that, I can use my Game Boy Color as a TV remote. I like the timeline we live in. Still no Meowth. The Game Boy Color's catalog is very jank. I don't think Meowth is rare, to be honest. Shiny Murkrow in this generation is beautiful. Yeah, I don't think Meowth is that rare. I think it's probably like... My guts tell me it's like a 10% encounter. I bet you that's rare. I genuinely didn't even know you could run into a Jigglypuff on this route. That might not be accurate to cart. There we go. Your Game Boy Color screen is so dark. Do you think it was left out in the sun? Because I know they can get like kind of like sunburnt. One HP. All right, Meowth. You gotta get yourself the worm light. You can also do screen replacements on the Game Boy Color. It's pretty easy. Don't want to do that. Part of my siblings' Christmas gift this year was Game Boy Colors along with the matching worm lights. You could, and then there was this really goofy device. I don't own one. I wish I did, because it is kind of like, it's kind of cool. But it allows you to, it like magnifies your screen for you. It has a light attachment. It's wicked jank. But it's like super, like nostalgia bait type item. Do you want just Cam, or you want Cam the emo? Perfect. I don't even think that would... It would just barely fit, actually. Alright. So we have some dark types, so we have some defense against not Erica. What's her name? Sabrina. Soon to be Persian if we take some names in this match. Thanks again. No problem, dude. Like I said, I love Crystal version is. Where is the Poké Center here? Oh, there it is. Crystal version is sick. Previous to Generation 8-9. It was my most played Pokemon game. Because, like, my first Pokemon game I ever owned was Crystal. And then I repurchased it years later when I was, like, 18, 19 or so. And, like, played it like a mad lad. I know I hit at least 400 hours on my save file, so... But I think a lot of that comes down to me falling asleep, too. I'm a psycho. I used to shiny hunt on this game when I was like a little kid. And funnily enough, there is a really cool glitch in Generation 1, or excuse me, Generation 2, that if you're using a shiny Ditto, the odds of getting a shiny egg from it is like very, very, very high. The egg hatching cycle is still like crazy long, but is what it is. An untested Xbox for $10 is a W for sure. Oh, it's an Xbox One too, even better. Hopefully the HDMI works. That's the one. I know the HDMI gets fucked up on those consoles a lot. Nope. Fuck. I genuinely don't know why people hate the Xbox One. I don't hate it. I just like... I couldn't think of a single reason to get it over the PlayStation 4. Except for the fact that the PlayStation 4 was like virtually non-functional upon its release. Because... the PlayStation 4's release also timed up with the release of the interview with Seth Rogen and James Franco, where they interviewed Kim Jong-un. And North Korea did not like that, and I think they DDoSed the shit out of Sony servers for like literally 3 months straight. I remember you couldn't even play, like, you couldn't do any online games for the longest time. And I remember, like, even games like, I had Diablo downloaded digitally because it came with my console. And I couldn't even play Diablo. It was terrible. What did Kim Jong-un say? I don't know. I don't speak Korean, but I know he wasn't happy. But I'm sure if it involved basketball, he'd be jazzed. I am so underleveled for this gym. Yeah, I don't know what it is about North Korean dictators and loving basketball. Hold on and say, there's a lot of information about it. Hold on, here we go. On December 18th, 2014, alongside the 8th large data dump of confidential information, the Guardians of Peace threatened Sony with language relating to the September 11th attacks. To attention, U.S. security agencies, North Korean-sponsored state hackers are suspected by the United States to be involved in part due to specific threats made towards Sony and movie theaters showing The Interview, a comedy film about an assassination attempt on Kim Jong-un. North Korean officials had previously expressed concerns about the film to the United Nations, stating that to allow the production and distribution of such a film on the assassination of an incumbent head of a sovereign state should be regarded as the most undisguised sponsoring of terrorism, as well as an act of war. In its first quarter financials for 2015, Sony Pictures set aside a $15 million deal with the ongoing damages of the hack. That's crazy. I read here, too, that it also cost them, like, $30 million in total just to, like, deal with what was going on. So basically, so North Korea sponsored hackers to fuck with Sony because they didn't like the movie, is what I'm surmising from the Wikipedia article. Now, like I said, that's Wikipedia. Maybe not the greatest source of news information, but, you know, this is also 12 years ago, and who gives a shit? The movie was called The Interview, and it's with Seth Rogen and James Franco. It's a funny movie, don't get me wrong. It is like classic James Franco, Seth Rogen, like, shenanigans. But, I wasn't, like, the biggest fan. Alright. We're going at it with Ed Murphy at the rip. We're wicked underleveled, but the dark type should just carry me through, I'm guessing. Yeah, I remember when The Interview came out, I remember watching it and being like, this is worth it. Alright, Espeon. I'm guessing like level 30. 28. So, hopefully I can okay, quick attack. Alright. That's not doing enough. It came out in 2014, I think. Because it would have been in response to The Interview. Yeah, which came out on December 11th, 2014. It did really poorly in the box office, though. That's so funny. Hold on, let me click through this. We're gonna be listening to the low health jingle forever. I gotta maybe rethink how I'm gonna take care of this gym. No burn? Yeah, because this Espeon is like an absolute unit. I think it's gonna one-shot me, like genuinely. If I don't get one-shot, big XP boost, but I think this is one-shots. Yeah. Cam? You're soaking it in here. Look at that. Oh! No damage! It didn't take any damage because it one-shot me. That's crazy. Gen 2 mechanics are so jank. Alright, this gym leader's not looking too hot for you, boy. But we have Fly now, so let's see where we can go with Fly. Remember watching one South Park episode when you were young? You think you were 6? Having to do with North Korea too? My favorite episode of South Park is one of the favorite ones, at least, is the Chin Pokemon episode. I can go anywhere? That's awesome. Oh, the one about Michael Jackson, his ghost, or the one where he opens up a theme park next door to the kids and stuff, and the family is not happy about it. This jingle's pretty good. I also know there's a rare candy around here somewhere. This guy's talking about his item finder, right? I wonder if the Berserk Gene is still on the ground. The Berserk Gene being a really bizarre item in Generation 2. Oh, the one where his nome's called off. There's a lot of banger South Park episodes, to be honest. I swear to God there's a rare candy around here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just wrong. Someone killed Kenny in that episode? I think someone kills Kenny in almost every episode. Well, at least in the early days. I think Kenny has a lot more of a character in the later episodes of South Park. I was watching a really interesting video documentary this week about all the horrible South Park clones that Comedy Central has tried to make. This is not a good type matchup. Hold on. There was one made by Stephen Colbert that was just terrible looking. I'm looking it up right now. Bear with me. can't find it right now. It was terrible. Everything looked like just slop. It was just pure bad animation slop. Anyways, the whole gist of the video was like basically like talking about how successes like that spawn all these like ugly clones. And basically how like there's so many like animation clones of popular things like South Park, like Family Guy, like Rick and Morty now. The Leftovers pickup is so huge for Mothman. Hold on. I gotta look up the show. Hold on. Oh god, I'm sorry, I'm looking at it right now. It's called Fairview. It is like, on God, the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, it was on Comedy Central. They only had 8 episodes before they canceled it. It, like, on God, the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So American Dad is funny. I wouldn't really call it a ripoff of American Dad because, Seth MacFarlane said it himself that American Dad was the show he wanted to make first. But the pitch of American Dad wasn't as palatable as the pitch of Family Guy. American Dad being a CIA agent with an alien and like a lot more hijinks than that of Family Guy, which is literally just like a blue-collar American guy and his family. So yeah, I wouldn't really call it a ripoff. I would say it's more like the Happy Side project. And I'll be real, I love American Dad. I love old Family Guy too, but like American Dad just hits home. Mostly because Steve, the son of the main character Stan, is like a one-for-one shot of my brother, deadass. He behaved the same way growing up. Every terrible quirk to a T, that kid emulated. He would hate to hear me say that, but it's the truth. Leech Life is so good on this Pokemon right now. I wonder if I can backtrack all the way to Pewter City. Nice. What the fuck? Look at that item up there. Anyways, I'll be right back. I can use the restroom real quick. BRB gang. And I'll be right back. Oh, I am back, baby. Alright, I'm back. So, Futurama is by the same creator of Simpsons, I believe, right? Yeah, it's Matt Groening. So yeah, the same creator as Simpsons. But to be honest, it's not really a side project, to be honest. I think it's like, it really is like its own thing. I think Simpsons got to a point where maybe Matt Groening had less control over the creative direction of the show and maybe chose to do Futurama instead. Futurama is a phenomenal show. I love that show so much. It is like so like nostalgia-y. It was a Comedy Central banger. Because when I was a kid, hold on, I gotta train up these other guys real quick. Otherwise, this is gonna be really brutal. Fuck it, we're challenging the Nugget Brigade. But Futurama is phenomenal. It has like its own, it's kind of like a serialized show, you know? Like it has like a story to it that's like worth following. And even though it, you know, it's everything but a serialized show. Plus the character design is so good. It's also a good example of one of those shows that every once in a while will hit you like straight in the feels. The darkness. Ed Murphy coming into... Not one shot. Stun Spore would make me... Sleep Powder is not as bad as Stun Spore because sleep will eventually wear off. Yeah, and I think Futurama got canceled, and I think they also brought it back. Ooh, woke up after one turn. Rough for the homie. Futurama is phenomenal. Speaking of like episodes that make you sad, there's the one where he goes back in time to like see his dog. Mr. Pickles on Adult Swim, the dog show. I have seen it, yes. I didn't like that show, to be honest. I also, hold on. There were a couple shows on Adult Swim that were kind of like, I don't know. Some shows, especially with like adult animation, aim to be more of like shock and awe and less of like an actual story. And I feel like Mr. Pickles was a little bit that way. And Mr. Pickles kind of reminded me of Metalocalypse. It might have been the same creators, to be honest. I'm going to look it up right now. Yeah, it was very much like Metalocalypse in the fact that there was like a lot of shock and awe. But I wasn't that much of a fan of it. Like I said, I've talked about Metalocalypse now because that was the show that I did like. That I always thought that was kind of like a little bit of a ripoff of. And Metalocalypse is a really funny show. It's about a metal band that becomes so powerful and so popular that they kind of like become gods in their like world. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like it's great. Is Adult Swim equal to Comedy Central in my opinion? I would say Adult Swim is like is what Comedy Central wants to be in a way, in the sense that like on Adult Swim, creators are given a lot more freedom because it is a late night television block. They're given a lot more freedom, and I think like Comedy Central kind of pretends to be like that. Comedy Central, as a network, kind of didn't do shit until South Park came along. And when South Park came out, they blew the fuck up, like, as a network. I think they went from, like, 12 million monthly viewers to, like, 50 million monthly viewers when South Park first premiered. This Gramble is chunky. I gotta swap to, Mothman. Adult Swim is still so weird, brother. Welcome to everyone who's checking out the stream. Playing a little Crystal Career Romhack. Sludge Bomb should do huge damage here. If Gramble was a fairy type like it is in Generation 9, this would probably one-shot. Ooh, Poison too. Lick! Yikes. My favorite thing about Adult Swim is the bumps, the little sections in between commercial breaks and the show. I'm just gonna use Confusion to preserve PP. Those little bumps are so trippy, and I have this really classic memory of waking up in the middle of the night to some weird tribal drums and someone throat singing, because that's the music they chose to have on Adult Swim. And oh wait, yeah, Adult Swim's great. Also, I just had this thought. I don't have it in my room with me, I don't think. But when Mike Tyson got his TV show, I'm trying to remember the name, Mike Tyson Mystery something or other. Mike Tyson Mysteries. When he got his TV show, they did a bunch of sweepstakes stuff, and you could sign up and win things. And I know some people got straight up 6-foot statues of Mike Tyson mailed to them from Adult Swim. I got the Mike Tyson action figure, and this is crazy too, right? Big fan of Mike Tyson. Right before his boxing match between him and Jake Paul, my Mike Tyson action figure broke into a bajillion pieces, and I was like, this spells it. Michael ain't gonna win this one. And then he didn't win the match, and it was really sad. Because I think me, alongside everyone else, wanted to see him bite his ear off. You know what I mean? I wanted to see Mike Tyson do Mike Tyson things. And he didn't get to. I'm gonna peck now because Fly can miss. Yeah, Metalocalypse is one of my favorites. Honestly, Rick and Morty, season 1 through 4, I think, is it 4 or 5? I don't remember. There's a conclusion to an Evil Morty arc where he goes off into whatever, some finite curve bullshit that was phenomenal. But everything else after that, Rick and Morty wise, is kind of mid. Also, since they got rid of Justin Roiland, who is a cretin, by the way, Justin Roiland. Once they got rid of him, so many of the voice acting picks that they chose to replace him were so bad. Have I seen the Adult Swim infomercials? I haven't. If this doesn't KO Ed Murphy, I'll be really happy. But, yeah. It's Vaporeon, a fully evolved Pokemon. We ain't making out the hood. I'm gonna bring Mothman back out. I don't know if Sludge Bomb... Wait, I think water resists poison, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe it's neutral. Yeah, I think water resists poison. Because Tapu Fini is neutral to poison, I think? I might be just talking out of my ass. I think missing out on Adult Swim and, specifically the weird stuff like the bumps and, is the biggest thing I miss about not having cable television. Also, nothing will compare to, waking up in the middle of the night to, some weird shit because you fell asleep. Meat Canyon belongs on Adult Swim. I love Meat Canyon. That is one of my favorite animators and YouTubers, to be honest. And to be honest, right? Very, very crude humor. My girl thinks it's so funny, and she doesn't think anything like that is ever funny. One of the best things I've ever seen from that dude was some video about circus performers or something. I was crying laughing. Oh my. Yeah, he fit right in Adult Swim. I mean, like, Smiling Friends, which is, like... I think he, like, is, like, friends with the people that produce that. And I know that show Smiling Friends is, like, a very small team. I think it's only, like, a team of, like, 4 or 6 or so animators. It's, like, not a lot of people. My accuracy's lowered. I'm gonna swap to Mothman. Because Mothman has the leftovers. He can eat up a lot of damage very easily. Sweet Scent. I love this animation in this game. Alright. I'm gonna Slug Bomb. It's neutral damage because Gloom is Poison Grass, but it'll get the job done because it's stab for me and it's wicked powerful. Oh, I got a crit too. I think that might have been necessary. Yeah, I think the Meat Canyon clip that like really put him on the map was Jawbreaker, which was like the Ed and Eddie spoof. But his Yu-Gi-Oh spoof is so funny. I think I've used that voice voice line of "You did it, Yugs" in a bunch of my videos before. My brother's like a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan, so I do it for the homie. I, on the other hand, first of all, never understood the card game when we were kids growing up, but I just couldn't get into it, mostly because the design aesthetic of it was just so, like... It looks cheap, to be honest. The cards look cheap. I don't have any of them with me here right now. But, like, the cards look like shit. And they're, like, weirdly small, too. Really? Crit on the double kick? I'm gonna swap off Neo real quick. Cam, you're the lowest level right now. You're going up in front. You better perform here, brother. Last Shannon. Sent out Paris. I really hope I run into a shiny on this run. Not a lot of good moves. I really hope I run into a shiny on this. Oh, that's really rough. He doesn't even win the 1v1. Or she. And the Leech Life? Not good. Oh, that's really not good. But that's alright. Someone else is going to come and clean up. I was joking about the crit, but I got it. Fortunately, with only 2 HP, Leech Life will only give back 1. Cam got sucked on Fort. I'm actually just gonna go into Neo because Ember will one-shot this thing. And that's like a free level for Neo. Neo today was very upset by all the furniture, deconstruction, and construction I had to do. He was despondent. I pulled all the sheets off the bed that I was just, like, taking apart. And he got, like, real sad. He crawled up into a ball. He made, like, a nest. And he just, like, laid there, like... like he was heartbroken. I think he thought we were moving. And that dog is so sensitive. When he was a puppy, he wasn't even really a puppy at this point. He was almost 2 years old. But we were moving, and he lost, like, all of his hair. Just in big patches all over his body. He was so stressed. And I remember, like, the night we moved, everything was out of the house. The house was completely empty, just dark. And I was like, where's the dog? And everyone ran outside, screaming, looking for him, yelling his name. I'm down in the basement looking for him. And I come upstairs, and I'm walking through, like, the dark house, and I look, and I just see this, like, this shadow, this silhouette. And he's in the middle of the living room, which is completely empty, sitting on top of his favorite, like, stuffed animal, and just, like, cuddling it. It was, like, the saddest thing ever. This house has people in it. Hold on. Let me look that up real quick. Is it Meat Canyon? Oh, it's an analog horror. Well, I'll look at it. I'll look it up more. It's on Adult Swim. Interesting. It premiered as part of Adult Swim's infomercials. I'll check it out. Not on stream, obviously, but because I'd immediately get DMCA'd. Here's this little fucker. Hit me with a fu-fu-fu-fu-fu-fu. Porygon. Ooh, boy. Really cool sprite in this game. In Crystal, you don't really run in... Oh, no more PP left. You don't really run into Porygons in Crystal. Until you get to, like, the Battle Tower. I have watched Too Many Cooks, but not by choice. Also, another show, I'm gonna say it. Totally overhyped. Tim and Eric. The Tim and Eric show or whatever. Not that good. And, like, all my boys gassed it up when I was a kid, and I was like, it's, like, kind of funny, yeah, but it wasn't, like, anything great. What was great, though, was Ben Folds, the band, did a music video with Tim and Eric from that show for the song You Don't Know Me. And that music video was very funny. Is it turning into a fire type now? It's a psychic type. Oh, I use Crunch. Get shit on. That could have worked out any better. Conversion is a move so bad they had to give it a sequel, Conversion 2, and Conversion 2 is still fucking terrible. Wait, I have to fight this guy now, don't I? Fuck it. I'll give this to Neo. Neo can have the focus band. I'm kind of trolling not giving that to anyone. Adult Swim has had quite a lot of swing and misses when it comes to TV shows, that's for sure. You picked up, you were messing around with a Japanese Famicom? Hear me, don't get a Famicom, because you have to have a specific type of TV to plug it in. It's a pain in the ass, or a converter. I brought it up on stream the other day. You can get these, like, handheld adapters. Oh, okay, yeah, Super Famicom. So sort of like the Super Nintendo version. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't ever get a Japanese Famicom, because you can get a handheld thing that does the same thing. Like, you can play Famicom carts, and it just plugs into a Game Boy Advance SP. It's super easy. Way better. Alright, let's see what this guy's got to say. Hey, you made it. As promised, you win a prize. Gerald received a nugget. Bro, I got nugs. I'm good. I'm big chilling. Alright. Let's see what Big Dog's got for me. Interesting little map change. In Generation 1, it was a Team Rocket member, so... not a good matchup. Fortunately, Crunch is a special attacking move in this game. Oh, and I got a crit? That's gotta be like 1 HP. Rhyhorn's slow. There's no way Dixie isn't faster. Ember's it's gotta KO. Low special defense. That's like 1 HP. That's like 1 pixel. Yeah. This is big ups for Dixie. Wait, was his name Cool Trainer Cameron? Do I swap here? I don't think I swap here, otherwise I'll wipe. I'll smog his ass. Maybe this doesn't KO me. It didn't KO me, interesting. I think if I had a trainer type... Hold on. It would be the Gen 3 gamer. So funny. Alright, Dixie's down. Mothman's coming in. I got HP upon switching? This game's mechanics are so cursed. Have you ever called numbers from shows or movies? I don't quite understand the question. Alright, I'm gonna Confusion because it will KO. I still don't think Mothman can deal with the Espeon if you have a gym. I don't know if I can deal with this thing. I might get one-shot by a Charmeleon. Like, predicted them? I have not. Oh, so you can do it again, I guess. This whole area is new. This is so cursed. I love it. Oh! Alright. Wait. Years ago, like when I was a kid, this was like a big, like, schoolyard myth. Behind Bill's house is where you'd catch Mew. But we have Oddish instead. Oh, I see what you mean, like a phone number. Well, they always do like the 555 thing in movies. And that's how, like, I think they denote it being like a fake number. I have not, though. I will say, though, when I was a kid, this is some of the stupid shit we would do. We'd sit there, and we'd just, like, guess random 1-800 numbers to call, like, random sex lines, just to hear the, like, the intro. It was foul. There was some horrible shit that we heard. We were, like, 10, 11 years old, and we were like, oh! Like, calling 1-800 boobs, you know what I mean? Shit like that. Like... Oh god, it was so dumb. Okay, so the fairy's here too. I'm not quite understanding... Hold on. How the fairy is operating out of this location. Oh, I see it a little bit. That's pretty cool. I think I found out how I'm getting to Johto. I got the pass? Oh, boy! You know what I'm doing with that? No! What did I just click? Oh boy. I didn't know that you could get the pass from a Pokemon game. Where did I go? I think that's the fairy from Gen 3. I don't know where I am now. Am I back on Cinnabar? I can't say it. My boy Mikey, though, says I can. But... Wait. I'm back on Cinnabar. That's cool. I didn't need that, though, because I fly. From my boy Edward Murphy. Wait, I can also just go right to Viridian. Right? Is Big Dog in here? Is this locked? No, he's in here. Hold up. Charlie Murphy. The darkness, Charlie. All right. I'm gonna grab a snack real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna battle this imposter here. And then I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Alright, my hungry ass is back. I got this weird, like, puff cookie dough bar thing. Anyways. Don't mind me. I'm gonna talk with my mouth full, like a savage. I ran back here. Wowee. Is that what a sprite originally looked like? He looks very jaundiced. You do have plenty. A lot of consoles, don't you, brother? If you don't play them, that's what I would do. Or if you don't, like, have an explicit collection to them. You have 8. That's a pretty good collection. He's hoarding them. Alright. Let's battle this jaundiced freak. And he's gonna know who the real dog is in here. This is Blue, quote unquote, but we know this is Gary Oak. Gerald Oak's older brother. Oh, wait, I didn't heal up. I'm getting cooked here. Fuck. Maybe not. Can I leech life through? He withdrew? He doesn't remember me. Oh, no. Growlithe is not good here. I'm actually going to lose probably horribly. Because I have no Pokemon to swap to. Maybe Sludge Bomb crit? I don't know if Ember does enough. No burn, no burn, no burn. Yeah, because I have leftovers, I'll heal this turn. Leftovers is so OP. I understand why people like almost guarantee ban it on Nuzlocke. Yeah, and I think I'll live one move from this Pidgeotto. The thing is, I don't know if I live Wing Attack plus Quick Attack. Oh, I got the crit. I got the conies. And now I heal big off this thing with Leech Life. That's so funny. That crit bailed me out so hard. And this thing's gonna... Oh, if that hit... And now that it missed Hypnosis, it's over. That's so funny. Move over, Gary. Gerald's fucking stepping up to gym leader status. If I don't two-shot this with Leech Life, I'm kind of cooked. Because Kadabra probably two-shots me, and if it has Psychic, it definitely two-shots me. Barrier. That might bail him out here. I'm gonna see... Level 30 Wartortle. Sorry that I just blew up your eardrums, bro. And anyone listening. No more Sludge Bomb, so I do just kind of have to Leech Life my way through. Yeah, like I said, shout out to anyone who's checking out the stream. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. It helps the stream out a ton. Sorry for blowing up your speakers. Why is this Pokemon so strong? Like, without this leftovers, I think I get cooked here. Oh. I was gonna say, he's gonna use a full restore or hyper potion. I'm like, this motherfucker. Full restore? Mr. Moneybags running the gym. I got a crit, too. 2 crits this gym battle. Absolutely bailed. What would Mega Mightyena even look like? I think obviously make him bigger and make him look more vicious. Maybe give him like a white, gray, like, fluffy coat. That's 2 full restores on Wartortle. I will level up my other Pokemon. I'm probably going to grind it off stream, though, to be honest. That way it's not Mothman carrying me all the way through. But I will say, why did they give me access to a level 25 wild Pokemon? Right? Like, I was able to just, like, gamble Pokeballs to the point where, like, it's, like, actually crazy how much this Pokemon has carried me. I think Bubble Beam can slow your speed, too. It just never happened once? Fortunate. I think step 1 to leveling up my Pokemon is healing them at a PC. Give Venomoth the respect it deserves. I hear you. I actually lost to it on random battles the other day too, which is funny. My opponent had 2 Quiver Dance Pokemon on random battles. That's not fun. That's like very not easy to deal with. Let's go with that. Because usually teams only have like 1 solid option for a Quiver Dancer. So now I have Swift 2 for the team. I don't know. Oh! About to get hammered. Let's see what I got. Oh, something about the Safari Zone. I am going to put Swift on Meowth. I was going to go buy it to put it on Meowth, but now I just get to put on to the... Look at this dude's fit. He's got kind of like a teal beard. Alright, let's heal it. Jesus Christ, I just bonked like 3 times. On cam? Yeah, I got you, bro. That gym battle actually went pretty well. So what, I beat Erica today. I got that dude done too. So that's 6 gym badges now. Next is Brock. I am going to have to train my team a little bit, though. So, I think with that, I'm probably going to call the section here and hop on some Pokemon Champions. So, let me get back to the Pokemon. So, I like to save in here because it's a nice... Hold on, that's a fake save. Let me do the real save first. No. Yeah, because this game is fake as fuck. It does not save your game. Oh yeah, let me put Swift on the old Meowth as well. Oh wait, I just saved them. I'll do it on first thing next stream for sure. I'll remember, I promise. Anyways, shout out to anyone who made it all the way to the end of the VOD, and shout out to everyone who's here for the stream. I'm gonna save it up and we're gonna hop on some Pokemon Champions now.